Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Tyler. Welcome back to the Tyler Williams channel, and welcome to another video on this dose of the Chill Pill podcast. We're gonna be doing something different here. Now, in the community page on YouTube, I put up a bit of a picture of tomorrow's match on AEW, and I said, how would you guys feel about me doing kind of like a segment every single Tuesday about previewing NXT and AEW's match card, at least for that existing time? And a lot of you were kind of in favor of it, so I'm like, okay, why not? We'll just test drive it this week, see how it does. If it does well enough, then we'll continue to do it from now on. But today we will be looking at the match cards. Well, they're not really set, and I'm sure this is not the finished match card for either show. It's a 2-hour show, and definitely NXT doesn't have a full card yet, so we'll probably get those as they come around. But I will be previewing the 6 matches I have across both shows for NXT and AEW, give my opinions, my thoughts, so on and so forth. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So we're going to be starting off with NXT, since they have the shorter card right now. And we're going to be starting off with the first match we have announced, which was Oney Lorcan versus Lio Rush for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. They renamed it the NXT Cruiserweight Championship because I now believe that this is now a title that is, I don't want to say it's exclusive to NXT because I think there's still a 205 Live, even though last week there was no 205 Live. Even though they announced it was going to be on Fridays, there was no 205 Live. So I think that we're seeing this segue from the WWE Cruiserweight Championship to the NXT Cruiserweight Championship only means that they're about to get rid of 205 Live. I mean, I know people are still dead set that 205 Live is going to be here, and they're getting rid of that show, I'm telling you. And I don't have an insider, I don't know anything about I just have a feeling 205 Live is not going to be around that much longer, especially with the NXT being 2 hours. They're going to be using a lot more cruiserweights. I don't exactly know when Oney Lorcan won the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. I just know that he kind of won it. he beat Drew Gulak at some period of time for the championship. And I've been in favor of Oney Lorcan. I've always been a big fan of Oney Lorcan in NXT. Ever since his match with Drew McIntyre all those years ago in NXT, I became a fan of his. Lio Rush is a guy I didn't expect him to push as soon as he came back because he, the word of controversy that this guy surrounds himself with. I honestly did not believe he was going to be put in this position upon his return. So that's actually pretty good for him. It's kind of weird to think about Lio Rush just upright winning the NXT Cruiserweight Championship in his second match back. So I can't honestly believe that he's going to win this match. So I'm going to say Oney Lorcan retains the NXT Cruiserweight Championship in this match. This is going to be a really interesting match considering the weight difference, because Kushida is a cruiserweight. Let's not act like Kushida is like some 230, 40 pounds. Kushida is like 5'10", maybe 200 pounds. And Walter is Walter. Walter's here's the thing about Walter that I really love. Walter is like a real man. If you guys get what I mean by a real man, like he is not this big, juiced up, jacked to the gills guy. Like, no, he has the body of a hard-working, normal guy that doesn't work out. He carries himself like a proud, super, uber confident individual. And he wrestles like someone who knows what the fuck they're doing in the ring. Like, this guy knows ring psychology to a T. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how this match plays out, considering, once again, Kushida is a lightweight in comparison to Walter. We're going to see him throwing around Kushida, I assume. Kushida's going to have to do everything in his power in order to put this guy down. It's going to be a great match. I can't wait for it, honestly. And I live stream every single Wednesday. Just a cheap plug there. I would definitely tune in to see this match over whatever AEW has going on. So that alone has my attention. I'm going to have Walter to beat Kushida here. I don't see Kushida just upright beating Walter. Now, if Kushida somehow, someway beats Walter, I'm going to be led to believe that he's going to get a shot at Walter for the NXT UK Championship sometime in the near future. Maybe the next TakeOver or UK TakeOver. Are they still doing UK TakeOvers? I'm not sure. But at the next TakeOver, maybe he'll get the shot. Then we hop over to AEW. All Elite Wrestling's having their second show on TNT after their first show was a complete success. 1.4 million viewers last week. The question is, do they go up or do they go down? I think they're going down. The question is, what's the drop off? I don't know. Probably not that huge though. If they could sustain that 1 million mark, even if they drop down to 1.1 million, if they sustain 1 million this week, that will be even a bigger success. Because we could talk all day about how great it was for them to put 1.4 million, but it was their first show on TV. There's gonna be a drop off at some point. They're not gonna do 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1. They're not gonna do that for the entirety of their run. They're gonna drop off at some point. The question is, when are they gonna drop off, and how big is the drop off gonna be? I honestly think it's gonna be this week, but I don't think it's gonna be by much. Getting into the formats they have announced so far, we have the Young Bucks versus Private Party in the first round of the AEW Tag Team Tournament. Now, as I look at this tournament right now, I believe that the winners of this match will be facing the winners of Lucha Brothers versus Jurassic Express next week in Philadelphia. If that means anything to you guys, at least. This is going to be very interesting, considering that the Young Bucks, it's the Elite. They're kind of like the EVPs of the company. They're one of the top positioned guys of the company. And Private Party, they had a really great showcase at All Out, and I think a lot of people are starting to get used to seeing these guys on TV. I really hope that Private Party wins this match, honestly. These guys, I think there's something there. I think that the match that they had at All Out was a big showcase for them, and they even had, I think, a segment on one of the Road to, it might have been Road to All Out or Road to Double or Nothing. They had a showcase, and it really got you, like, into this tag team, and I think while the Young Bucks had the main event picture last week, I really don't think they need to be in this tag team tournament, honestly. They are, at the end of the day, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, they're the executive vice presidents of AEW. And I will always see them as the EVPs of AEW. No matter how far they go, no matter how great their matches are, they will always be the EVPs to me. And with that being said, I don't think the EVP should be putting themselves over all the time. It's okay to win a match here and there, but I don't want to see them on a winning streak. I don't want to see them beating all these tag teams. If anything, I think they should go out in the first round and put over a tag team. And that's Private Party. So I'm going to go with Private Party to win this match. Next up, we have Darby Allin versus Jimmy Havoc in a number one contenders match for the AEW Championship. The winner of this match will be challenging Chris Jericho next week in Philadelphia for the AEW Championship. Now, I do not believe no matter who wins is going to be Chris Jericho. One thing I will say is that I understand why Jimmy Havoc is in this match. You know, he's been on every AEW show thus far, and he's won the what was it called? The Cracker Barrel Clash match with Darby Allin and Joey Janela. He pinned Joey Janela in that match. So I understand why he got into this match. Darby Allin, I don't understand. I like Darby Allin, but I don't understand why he's in this match. I mean, think about it. Let's put it into perspective here. Darby Allin lost the triple threat match at All Out. He also lost the 6-man tag team match at Fight for the Fallen. And he did not beat Cody at Fyter Fest. So my question here is, if AEW is going off of this whole, it's sports oriented and records and all this stuff are going to matter, how is Darby Allin in contention for the AEW Championship if he has not won a match at all yet? That is my question. Now, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying there's a bit of an inconsistency with this booking. And they're new. AEW is a new product, so I'm not going to shit on them. I'm not going to give them hate. I'm not going to give them any neck for it. I'm just pointing it out because it's there. Honestly and truly, if anybody should be getting that championship match, it should be MJF. MJF didn't win the Casino Royale at Double or Nothing, but he was in the finals. MJF's team won that Fight for the Fallen. MJF is also Cody's best friend and hates Chris Jericho, so it makes the most sense for him to be in this match and possibly face Chris Jericho. That would add to their storyline. Not only that, but MJF won his match last week. So I don't really understand why MJF isn't in this match. Like I said, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying there's a bit of inconsistency there. However, I understand they don't want to do a... Is Jimmy Havoc a heel? I don't know. I guess they don't want to do the dynamic of Jimmy Havoc versus MJF. I'm going to say Darby Allin wins this match because he's kind of the most babyface out of the two. And I think a babyface versus heel match works the best for the first AEW title defense. So I'm going to go with Darby Allin to win this match. We then get into the next match. Shawn Spears versus Jon Moxley. This will be Jon Moxley's first match back since being out in injury. I believe he had MRSA again in his elbow. So he's been out for a while. Shawn Spears has not been seen since All Out, where he lost clean to... We didn't lose clean, I guess. Lost to Cody. I think Shawn Spears really needs to bounce back. Both men really kind of think Shawn Spears needs to win more than Jon Moxley does. However, like I said, Jon Moxley's in a featured feud with Kenny Omega, so he really needs to keep the momentum going. So I'm going to go Jon Moxley win this match. And I understand you can't protect everybody. You can't protect everybody. But I just feel like some of the guys in these matches feel a little misplaced. And like I said, I'm not complaining. It's their first show. I'm just saying the placement of some of these guys just seem kind of weird. But we then get into what I assume will be the main event. Hangman Page and Dustin Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho, which I think is a perfectly placed match. I don't want to even say weird because that's kind of a knock on Sammy Guevara, but I never expected them to push Sammy Guevara the way he's being pushed. I mean, he kind of got put into this faction with Chris Jericho, LAX, and Jake Hager. When you think of all those guys and you think of Sammy Guevara, it's like, wow, what is Sammy Guevara doing there? You know what I mean? He's a smaller guy. He's a younger guy. He's new. Like I said, I think he could play in the role of Chris Jericho's, like, apprentice. That's how I see Sammy Guevara in this role. AEW is so new, it's hard to guess. You can't, it's not WWE where it's predictable. You kind of have to guess about who wins the matches. And I love that. I love not knowing who's going to win. There's no insiders. There's no rumors out there. Oh, this guy's going to win. I love it. I love that about AEW right now. I have to guess. I don't want to put on my booking cap. I just want to go at it and say, I think this guy's going to win solely because I think this guy's going to win. I can't see Sammy Guevara getting pinned by Heyman Page, but part of me's like, maybe they want to keep the momentum rolling with Chris Jericho. So I'm going to say Chris Jericho pins Dustin in this match. So they don't knock Heyman Page too much by having him get pinned in this match. But at the same time, he takes another loss, and you had to break a man down to build him back up. So Sammy Guevara, Chris Jericho, they come out the winners. And that is my preview for Tuesday night and that's my preview for the Wednesday Night Wars Week 2. That will be tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune into this channel for my live stream. What do you guys think about tomorrow's card for both shows? What are your predictions? Comment down below. Let me know. Let's get the discussion started. I love you guys always, and I'll see you all later. Peace out, guys.